Welcome to 10 Minutes with Todd at Beyond 615. So much of Christian music is written in, produced or mixed or sung, recorded in the 615, which is the area code for Nashville. You may notice I'm not at home right now. I am at my son's homeschool cross-country group, and actually I'm burning up. I'm gonna roll down the window a little bit. I'm just trying to not have little kids screaming and lawnmowers going here at the park, but this is about celebrating someone in the Christian music industry at the start of that process or at the end in Christian radio. But we only have 10 minutes, and that person can officially join here. She's coming. This is episode 9. And today's guest is curb word entertainment artist, the one and only Blanca. And here she comes.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm here.
You know, sometimes technology can be the weirdest thing. It could be the most beneficial thing in our lives and the most frustrating.
Oh my gosh, seriously. I'm not the best with technology, so we gonna figure it out together.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, thanks for spending 10 minutes with me. I'm going to just say a phrase or ask you a question and would love for you to react. But we only have 10 minutes. I know you've got many interviews today. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes,
Yes.
okay? Set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, well, before we start, I want to say thank you, Todd. Thank you for supporting the song and for having me on here.
You are so very welcome. We'll get to your brand new song here in a second. Some of the people who are watching may not realize you used to be in a band. I got to be honest, one of my favorite bands, Group One Crew. You guys had some amazing songs over the years.
Yes, I was with Group One Crew. That's how it all started for me. So I was with Group One Crew for probably over 10 years. Big time part of my musical journey was with G1C.
That's amazing. And then you kind of went out on your own, and really, for those who don't know, you've had a really, really rough couple of years.
Yes, it's been like it feels a little bit like a back-to-back kind of domino effect here in my life.
Do you care to go into any details about your parents or anything else?
For sure. I think a lot of people, and hi to everyone signing on, a lot of you have been on this journey with me. I even see people saying that they were in with Group One Crew back in those days, and I was really young when I started with them. But over the years, like I got married, and then shortly after I got married, I lost my dad to cancer, and that was a shocker because it was very unexpected. He passed away within 2 weeks of him going into the hospital. And so it was just like, we didn't see it coming. And then a year after my dad passed, we found out that my mom had breast cancer. So there was already this like anxiety and fear because we had just experienced everything with my dad and it was so fresh. And so my mom, she hung in there for a few years, just battling breast cancer. And then it began to spread. So we knew that it wasn't looking all that great. And then I lost her in 2016. So I just had my son, then lost my mom. And then now it's like we are going through this huge pandemic, these very weird and challenging time. And I shared recently that I went through a divorce. So, man, it's just been like a whirlwind, and it's easy kind of as believers, just speaking bluntly and honestly, to just feel a lot of shame and feel like this isn't the way that I intended my life to pan out. And I feel like I don't want to disappoint people, and I don't want to disappoint God. So a lot of these songs are kind of speaking on that journey that I've been on.
I feel like there's a danger we find ourselves in, if you're like me, that you have to live up to a certain expectation, and you're hard on yourself, and you just look around wondering what people are thinking of you. And I'm glad that you're being open and honest about this. I'm glad that you're sharing about this because I think
Thank
it's
you.
important for others to hear that we're all broken.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think it's needed in our community of like believers to hear, hey, we don't all have it all together, and there's like, it almost feels like taboos of the church that you kind of don't want to talk about, and divorce is to me one of them, because now I remember, you know, maybe seeing other people around me go through these things and being like, ooh, that must be tough. But now living it out and being like, this feels so challenging. Like, is this something that you can really talk about? Am I going to be judged in a way that's negative? And but I've been seeing a response of people saying like, thank you so much. I'm walking through this season in my life, or I've been through this, you know, similarities. And to hear that someone's been there and is going through it too brings a lot of encouragement and hope. So that's my biggest hope through all my music all the time, is um, to kind of share in those things and be able to bring some type of strength to people that are going through a tough time.
so me just observing your social media accounts over the past few months, I feel like through all of that struggle, you kind of wound yourself up in a cocoon, right? And now you are just this beautiful butterfly who's got
Oh,
this newfound confidence for in yourself, in God, and you're just flying around, just spreading joy and truth and confidence. Is that true?
oh, that's how I feel. If I could describe it, it's like I do feel like I was a little caterpillar who kind of went through this cocoon phase, and now I'm spreading my wings a bit and getting to just rediscover God in a new way, discover my voice, myself, and um, that confidence that you speak of. So the fact that you've noticed is also very encouraging to me. Um, but yeah, it's been quite the journey. I love. There's a saying that I always gravitate towards, and it says, "Let the flowers remind us why the rain was necessary." And I think that's such a beautiful picture of like, sometimes we go through these dark, rainy seasons, but what can come from that and what's birthed from that place, and what God can do with that, how he uses it, um, can oftentimes be what we need to grow and to stretch and to spread our wings. And it can be a beautiful thing at the end of the day.
I think so much of the time we are so worried about the destination. And when we're in the journey of that pain, we just want to be out of that journey of that pain and get to that destination. And we miss so many opportunities of moments of God showing up in that pain or just sitting in that pain and giving it to God. I struggle
Mhm.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you have this new song, Even at My Worst. Obviously, everything we just talked about is boiled down into that
Summed
song,
up.
right?
Yeah. Exactly. This song is basically words to this season for me. It's very personal, and it's crazy because I wrote it a year ago. I believe I was in the thick of it, and now to be able to listen back and it's finally out and people are getting to hear it. It's a crazy, wild experience. But it's a song that has brought me a lot of kind of strength. And it's this whole idea of knowing that even at rock bottom, even when we do feel that we're at our worst, um, that we're still lovable, we're still enough, that we still have purpose. And it sounds sort of cliche, but how many of us really need that at times where we just feel like this isn't what we planned out for our lives, and we feel a little bit of shame and feel like we're not enough. But I really pray that through these lyrics and through this song, people find this inner strength and confidence to be like, God's got me.
Well, it's beautiful. It's popping up on Christian radio all over the place. Obviously, it's out on streaming. And will you be hitting the road singing it in person anytime soon?
I sure hope so. I'm singing it for the first time at Momentum, so I don't know if you're gonna be. Am I
Yeah.
supposed to say that? Am I not allowed to say that? but I will be there, and I'm singing it there for the first time. And
People
then
know
past
now.
that, I know, I'm like, well, um, then past that, I hope this fall to go out on tour. There's some things in the works that we're trying to put all together, but for sure, I think it's time to sing a lot of these new songs that I've been working on in person. And so I have also, with Even at My Worst, I have a new album that I'm kind of working on, and I feel nervous and excited because some of the songs I'm talking about life and relationships, and then other songs are this redemption of like the healing process. And so I'm hoping people really connect to it.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm so excited for you in this new season. God bless you. And thank you for doing 10 Minutes with Todd here. And I hope to see you in Orlando in a couple of weeks. So awesome.
I will see you here. Thank you so
Perfect.
much for your time. And again, like I said, I appreciate you so much and the love and support that you've shown me in my music and career. So thank you,
Thanks,
Todd.
Blanca. Take care.
Peace out,
Bye.
guys.